Social Justice Goblin to the backyard. So, I don't have much to talk about today. I've been doing my exercises, getting ready for class, which is going to be a grueling class. Doing laundry, obviously, because I'm in my laundry clothes. I need to do laundry, to be matter of frank. I'm actually running out of t-shirts and bras. I think with 9 sports bras, you wouldn't run out of a sports bra, but you can. Because I like to have a freshly laundered sports bra every class. It's kind of weird. I hate sports bras, by the way. Absolutely detest bras in any stretch of the imagination. And I'm trans. But it's necessary because my shirt went up in class the other day and my bra was exposed. And no one saw anything sexual about it, but if my breasts had been exposed, it would have been much worse. I mean, I look like one of the boys, really, honestly. They treat me like one of the boys. So, I'd like to talk about a controversy in wrestling right now, professional wrestling right now. The Invisible Man. So, in my wrestling school, we wrestle what we like to call the Invisible Man, or I like to call it Casper, as one of my instructors calls it. Insane calls it Casper. And so I call my Invisible Man Casper. And you're going, but hold on, why are you wrestling an Invisible Man? Well, we call it ghosting. So when you're learning a move, for example, we're learning right now in beginner's class headlock takedowns. Headlock takedowns are extremely dangerous. A lot of these moves are extremely dangerous, and they want to make sure first that we have the basic mechanisms understanding before attempting it with humans, because there's a risk of injury. As I stated, if you don't do your base correctly, if they don't jump correctly, there's a high risk for injury. So we wrestle an Invisible Man to learn the move, to take them down, to flip our legs, to put our arms down, to understand the move. So, I mean, there's a use for the Invisible Man in the industry as a training tool, so that when you're learning the moves the first time, because not all moves require another human being to do them. It looks better when you have another human being doing with them, and I'll admit that. And that segues to what my goal with the invisible thing is. So I went to the Christmas party, and one of the wrestlers suggested to me that I watch this video of an invisible ref. Can't think of his name now, Brian something. He's a ref in AEW now, and he obviously is probably one of the best refs in the industry. Whenever I see him, he has a style that I'm not like as much. I've gotten some ideas from him, but he has a different style. Each referee has a style. And obviously, I don't have a style because I haven't reffed, but he did an Invisible Man. And it was amazing. And it blew me away just how well. He even had like a scaffolding bit in it. And, So I've proposed I want to do an invisible ref too. Much to the chagrins of hearing Jim Cornette screeching in my ears how I'm ruining the business. Will I do it in my wrestling federation? Probably not, because Pops would probably be just pissed. And because, he's a purist. But that brings the question of, what is modern pro wrestling? It has evolved past what we know it. Things that, obviously wrestling evolved past the 60s. Because we don't have the battles of the 60s. When you watch the old 60s matches, there's a lot of headlocks. A lot of getting the guy in the same hold, a lot of trying to get out, trying to get an advantage. And we still are trying to get advantages, but it's just like no one, like a punch would throw a guy out of the ring, that type of thing. Now punches, we punch. So, so wrestling's evolved. The style that's popular now, I mean, they do stuff on the road on the ring posts. They never did ring post stuff when I watched wrestling back in the 80s and 90s. If they did it, it was rare and it was spectacular. It was a high flyer doing it, or it was friggin' Vader jumping off and doing a moonsault. 450 pounds and he could do a moonsault. Makes me want to do a moonsault if I ever wrestle. Just to say, I can do it, so can Vader can do it, so can I. Kind of one of those weird things when you're a big person and you're looking at these other big men and going, if they can do it, then I can do it. By the way, most big men are very athletic. I'm not. I am getting there. It's a long, hard road. And I just want to ref. And I want to do an invisible ref match.